We are working on the golden principles and coming from very different jurisdictions together with other members of the group. We are trying to figure out what's the core of the Fidic philosophy and how far the creativeness of the Fidic users can go, not to alter the essence of the Fidic.
It's always necessary that there are going to be some changes made to particular conditions to comply with local law, isn't it?
That is true. That is true. And amendments or the particular conditions are necessary, because otherwise projects could not be implemented in countries.
I'm Donald Charrett, and I'm the principal drafter of the Fidic Task Group 15. And as Raphael has said, our task is to articulate what are the golden principles, what are those aspects of Fidic contracts that make it the balanced, fair contract that's recognised around the world. And we've heard today a number of people with various suggestions as to what limits there should be on changes to particular conditions, but coming back to the point Raphael made, how necessary it is to make provision for local law, and there are inevitably going to be changes that have to be made for that. But there need to be limits to make sure that those particular conditions don't produce an unfair contract with unbalanced risks.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think that vast majority of Fidic users do a great job in supplementing the Fidic models with particular conditions, but we see that in practice in different jurisdictions, different countries, that on certain occasions the alterations of Fidic original balance of the models actually are very damaging for the particular relations, particular projects, and for the Fidic brand as such.
It was interesting, wasn't it, the response we got to our two questions. I think 3/4 of the participants agreed that the Fidic golden principles were in fact an essential aspect of Fidic contracts, and I think we got 2/3 saying that there was value in having a contract identified as being Fidic compliant.
Yeah, this is very important that majority of Fidic users believe that there is the fundamental value in Fidic which should be protected. So no particular temptations to alter the allocation of risk should cross the borderline of the integrity and internal philosophy of the contracts.
And I think today was certainly very useful for us. I think helping us go forward with the remainder of our significant task to comply with our terms of reference and articulate the golden principles and how they're going to be implemented.